Hello all and welcome to the reference lap for Monza for the Carrera Cup. I'm going to play the lap in full as you see here, and then I kind of do a breakdown corner by corner about what to look out for, where to brake, where to aim for, and hopefully it'll help you guys improve on your lap time. So alright, so the time there is a 1:52.8. I personally think that low 1:53s will be probably the race pace, but in the all-out pace, yeah, 1:52 is possible. So yeah, let's break it down. No way for me to do a slow motion, so I'm kind of just gonna pause a lot. So we're heading to the first braking zone, which is the start finish to the 1-2 chicane. Um, so ideally you want to brake just after to 200-meter board. Now if you're in a draft, keep in mind you might have to brake sooner, so I probably suggest maybe before the 200 in the draft, but in clean air, probably just right after you pass the 200-meter board, like out of your peripheral vision over here. That's where you should brake. There is kind of like a hidden line between the 200 and 150, and if you could spot it in time, I would brake just before that. But especially in traffic, it's going to be really hard to see that. So kind of like just after the 200 board is going to be your best and safest bet. Alright, so you want to aim for this curve over here, obviously, but you kind of want to stay tight to it to set yourself up for this one. So as you see in the video, I'm going to run a little bit wide, which is okay. Not the end of the world. At least you're not like maybe another car with over. So what I kind of do to help myself get around the second corner, because that corner is a lot tighter than the first one, I'll just quickly jab the brakes real quick, just to get the car to rotate left, and then basically just mash the gas because you're going at such a low speed and the RPMs aren't really up that you can afford to just mash it and the car won't spin. Now with my setup, the car will kind of wiggle a little bit on exit. If you feel that that's not comfortable for you, just take down the diff setting by like 1 or 2. But yeah, the main goal here is to get a good corner exit for basically the mini straight part over here. And then I'm just going to skip ahead because there's really nothing to see here. Alright, so setting up for the second chicane, right? So you're going full chat. Now, if you're using my gearbox setup, I recommend staying in 5th. What I kind of learned from the Sargento race yesterday. I think that's probably why Thomas was outbraking me in a certain section. Is that I think he was staying in fifth as I was in sixth, and that was more engine braking the car had to do on the braking, which means more distance. And the red line's at 9,000 RPM, so you kind of have some room to play with as you have like another 1,000 RPMs. And then what you want to aim here for is as soon as you see the 150, kind of like where this 3 is, mash on the brakes. So let's play it. Now, setting up this one's, I feel like you could gain a lot of time here. You want to straddle your car to have the middle going over the yellow sausage curb over here, right? Um, you still will be in the GBRC limits that, you know, 2 wheels on the curb. So your 2 wheels will be on this one. Your left wheels will be here. You'll basically like pancake that curb and you won't feel a thing. And you can take it pretty aggressively. And now here, I short shift, and that's just a personal preference. If you want to stay in second, I probably don't see anything wrong with it. I just have a personal preference of in transitions to short shift just to get the maximum traction. But I think you'll be okay if you keep it in second. And same thing as the first one, you kind of want to straddle that sausage curve. So you can kind of see here that the middle of the steering wheel and stuff is in line, so I'll be able to hit it. I like just clip the rear, which you'll see like a little bounce, but that's okay. And you'll be able to pancake through this. See the little bump. So now we're heading to Lesmos 1. You kind of want to brake just after the 50, or actually right on it, according to the telemetry here. Let me just back it up here. Yeah, so basically right when the 50 again is like in your peripheral vision over here, slam on the brakes. Um, you kind of want the car to coast with my setup through here, because even if you don't get that great of an exit, you really want you to set yourself up for the second one. And this is a increasing radius corner, as Lesmos 2 on the far end is a decreasing radius. So you kind of want to just set yourself up for the second Lesmos. So I'll play it through. Now here I get a little bit of oversteer, probably cost me a couple tenths, but no big deal. Same thing over here, you want to brake just before the 50, so it's probably like half a car width. So basically when the 50 is like over by your A-pillar over here, slam on the brakes. You're gonna want to aim for this curb basically. You want your right wheels to be on the green part of the curb, and then basically at the apex just mash the throttle and away you go. So I'll fast forward to the next braking zone. Now this one's a little tricky. So basically right before the 150 meter board over here, that's going to be your braking point for basically the, I guess you call them chicanes over here. For the double chicane section over here. So I'll play it. Now, I'm going to pause it here. You want to avoid these curves at all possible. I learned the hard way. It shoves you right into the gravel, or it's really going to ruin your line to set yourself up for the parabolica. So avoid these at all costs, as I do here. Now, I probably should have lifted here instead of a little bit later, as you see here, just to set myself up for this one. Again, I short shift here just to set myself up for the exit. I probably recommend lifting here instead of what I do over there, but as you can see, like I still get through the corner fine. Just a little bit of a lift. You know, probably cost me maybe 2 or 3 miles an hour, but not a big deal. So I'm gonna fast forward out to the parabolica. So here we are, full chat. You're gonna want to brake probably like a car width away from the 100-meter board. Probably wouldn't do any closer, otherwise you gotta run wide for the parabolica. So right there. I actually think there's a black box you could use as a reference. Let me just rewind this a little bit. Yeah, so you see this black box here? Try to use that as your braking reference. If not, then roughly about a car width away from the 100-meter board would do. So then be patient over here. Just give it constant throttle. You kind of want to be as close to this as possible. Trying to, minimize your distance because less distance equals less time. And as soon as you see this orange part of the arm cove, you want to just mash the throttle and track out wide to get the most speed. So yeah, as soon as you see this, mash the gas, be on your merry way, and you should have a pretty solid lap time as you're about to see here. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you find it useful. If you did, please share the love with likes, tell your friends to subscribe. I know some of you guys have subscribed to this channel already, but be a big help. And yeah, I'm looking forward to doing all these. I think I'm going to do the spa one, just because it's a new track, and I think my Saragana setup would be quite good over there. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later.